right before we started coming to C3, we had some personal things that had happened, and it was probably the darkest we'd ever been.
I went through an issue, had a bad accident, and I was off work 7.5, 8 months.
Mm-hmm. For a few weeks, back to back to back.
One hit after another. I mean, we was ourselves having issues with stuff and
struggling in our marriage.
I thought I was having a heart attack a few times. I mean, just working constant, stressed out. With my 2 oldest kids, I hardly got to see growing up. I mean, to me, my work meant more than anything.
And there were other things. We thought our kids had to be in every sport. They had to be the best at every sport. They couldn't bring home a C. It was almost like we were just trying to please everybody else, and we had no idea what one another needed, what the kids wanted. Really didn't know what was going on with anybody. We were in church. It just, nothing seemed to change.
I'd asked to work over sometimes if I knew I had to go to church on Wednesdays and stuff. I just never was in the church period. Didn't really even believe there was any God. I went more for her and the kids. I'd sit back in the back and go to sleep or have something else on my mind.
Well, Joel West, I worked with him, and he had talked to us several times, trying to get us to try C3, but we always had an excuse not to. He relentlessly talked every day, something about C3 and how it's just different from anything else.
I didn't know Joel, but I was ready to kill him. He drove me nuts.
So finally, after Christmas, we decided to visit. We just never left. The first time we got there, we were scared and nervous and not really sure what to expect. But it was so welcome. Everybody was welcome. People met you outside smiling. Before C3, we only thought about ourselves and in this house. Well, now it's totally different. We live paycheck to paycheck, but probably 50% of what we make, we give away just because of seeing just the need, and C3 showed us to look beyond our walls to everybody else. Even our kids, when they get their allowance or whatever, they generally give it to someone else. Our kids don't look at going to church as like a punishment. They're actually excited because a lot of times we drug them to church, but now they wake us up Sunday morning like it's time to go, and can so-and-so come? I promised this friend this week, and it's just our whole life's totally different from one invitation. Now we're serving and just totally involved every week, looking for some other way to serve and to help somebody, and that's what you get from C3. It's just life-changing. And really, when we started going, right after the first visit, the same issues, they got harder. But for some reason, there was just something at the church that for the first time ever, we didn't want to just say, forget it. And we would get up and come every Sunday.
I went up there with my work clothes and then left, went back to work.
But this was coming, like you said, from a man who would volunteer so he could have an excuse not to go. Now he says, yes, I'll work on Sunday, but I need an early lunch because I'm going to church. It's so funny to think that one simple thing, like someone, Joel being a friend, and saying, I know that you are in a, I know you're in a bad spot, and just come, just see. And if one visit changed our life forever. So that's why we always try to invite, even if we torture someone and get on their nerves so bad, we know what coming to C3 did for us. So we try to invite everybody we possibly can because it's the greatest thing ever.
I gotta thank him a lot. I mean, if not, I don't know if we still be together. It's a tough subject. We've never had hardly no issues at all. I mean,
we just grew apart.
We've been together since our freshman year. Had my accident and stuff.
8th grade, we weren't even freshmen.
See, now I'm in trouble again.